This is Scott Becker with 8 business and market updates this morning, and thank you for listening. So let's go through these very quickly. First, the markets are down significantly yesterday, the second day in a row. The S&P down 0.75 of a point, the NASDAQ down 1.15%. Again, a story, see stocks sink as Fed minutes reveal more hikes still on the table. And this is, of course, the great concern of the stock market, at least one of them, that more rate hikes are coming. Excuse me. The second, the markets are flat this morning, a little bit down, not as down as yesterday, as people try and interpret the Fed meeting minutes from the last meeting. One of the great challenges with the Fed now is you don't have just Chairman Powell speaking. You've got all these independent Fed governors speaking, and some of them don't believe we should keep on doing rate hikes. Some of them are very aggressive about continuing to do rate hikes. So what happens is tremendous effort for analysts to dig deeper and try and parse the tea leaves of what's really going to happen with rates, and it's much more nuanced view. So very challenging for Fed listeners and readers to figure out what's really going on. Third, Bitcoin fell back to 28,500. We'll see where that goes. Still up greatly year to date. Fourth, the 10-year Treasury yield keeps on rising. This is again a sign that the Fed's not likely to cut rates too soon. It's at about a 15-year high now. Fifth, Target and Bud Light still getting nailed a little bit with political boycotts. Such a shame to see this in our country, the political boycotts, but I guess it is what it is. Target did rise 3% yesterday on good sales. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light is down 8.3% year to date. Sixth, what a pleasure this morning to be on a podcast where I was interviewed by Dr. Aaron Fritz and Brian Hartley. Brilliant on their Back Table Innovations podcast. Really enjoyed being a guest. Seventh, we'll have a separate podcast on this. Walmart continues to hold its own. It remains the largest company in the U.S. by revenues, has a market cap of $30 billion almost. It continues to be the best hybrid retail in the world, the best one that started as bricks and mortars and was able to morph. Really amazing what they've done. Great article. Walmart earnings smash expectations after a weaker quarter from Target. Walmart trades at a very healthy PE ratio of 38, so it's not cheap by any means. Finally, eighth, there's an article by David Rosenberg, not an article, an interview that features David Rosenberg's thoughts. He's a top economist that basically says the S&P 500 is massively overvalued and likely to plunge by the end of the year. We'll see if that's the case. I mean, he basically says Americans are way overloaded on credit card debt. There's a deflating Chinese economy and a lot of other things that's likely to drive this. We'll see if he's right or wrong, but certainly a scary thought. We'll see where that goes. In any event, thank you so much for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Thank you very much for joining us.